she's trying to embarrass him into divorcing her.
I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
In that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up.
By now, everyone knows Will and Jada's marriage was never your typical love story. Jada even admitted herself that she stepped outside the relationship, calling it an entanglement. But if you believe what brother Bilal's spilling, that confession barely scratches the surface. He's claiming there's a whole list of men involved, and some of those names are way bigger than people could ever imagine. One of the first names he drops, actor Alfonso Ribeiro. And according to Bilaal, what Jada allegedly did to him behind closed doors was downright shocking. But that's not all. Bilaal also says Tyrese had a thing going on with Jada while she was still married to Will. And get this, he insists there are actual recordings that prove it. The tea is wild, and if true, this story flips everything we thought we knew about their marriage.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely.
But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house...
Was any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just said that was just
Why didn't you let me say that?
That was just my own opinion.
Come on,
I had no dog in this fight.
goodness.
But I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. The tapes are going to surface.
I don't want to watch them. That's illegal.
Oh no, listen. Yeah, that's right. That's right. The tapes are, that's why they reported it stolen, but they didn't report me as the thief, right? But now let me tell you how I saw the tapes. So when Jada's home at Will's house, not her other house, she allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushy. It's like a pink thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too, but it's like it's like that mix, right? It's big in Colombia, right? And she got her ayahuasca or whatever it is, and she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
So, all right.
He says once those recordings drop, there'll be no way to call his story a lie anymore. Bilaal even brings up Charlie Mack, claiming his connection with Jada wasn't some wild rumor, it was real. According to him, even when Jada wasn't physically seen, she was allegedly there, directing everything that went down between the men. That detail alone had people stunned. But wait, Bilaal didn't stop there. He also brings up someone named Briar Gray, saying Jada's bond with him went way past whispers or online gossip. He swears there's actual legal paperwork, including a mutual NDA tying them together, and that's when things started to get serious. Once that NDA turned into a threat, Bilaal says the pressure to keep him quiet came crashing down fast. Instead of backing off, Bilaal fired back with court documents, swearing under penalty of perjury that he'd take jail time if a single word he said was false. He insists this isn't about fame, money, or revenge. It's about exposing the truth. According to him, Will got publicly embarrassed, while people behind the curtain worked overtime to polish Jada's image. He claims the world only saw one entanglement, but behind closed doors, it was chaos waiting to explode.
In that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up, right? And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on, right? And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Ribeira is because they dated way before. I'm not even gonna say dated, went it out a couple of times together, right? And allegedly something must have happened because Alfonso always had money. So back then Jada was broke, and you know that through your interview with Laverne.
Bilaal claims Jada was wrapped up with multiple men throughout her marriage, and not just anyone. He says the list includes some seriously big names in the industry. The reason this story keeps getting buried, according to him, is because too many powerful people are scared of what could come out if everything gets exposed. Whether folks believe him or not, Bilaal swears this wasn't just gossip, it was a pattern. Now that legal filings, discovery, and sworn statements are reportedly in motion, he's confident the truth is about to spill, no matter who tries to stop it. He says the walls are closing in, and soon everyone will see what's really been going on behind the scenes. One of Jada's biggest bombshells came during Red Table Talk, when she sat across from Will and finally said out loud what people had been whispering about for years. She admitted she had a relationship, something she famously tried to soften by calling an entanglement with R&B singer August Alsina, all while still being married to Will. The way she dropped that confession shook the internet and left everyone speechless.
Tyrese was on there.
I'm so glad Tyrese ain't got no money to sue me right now.
And Charlie Mack was on there with Will. And allegedly, I would appear to be Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will, Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth.
That Red Table Talk episode blew up instantly. 15 million views in just 24 hours. People couldn't believe what they were seeing. Will looked completely shattered, while Jada sat there calm and composed. And that's when the internet realized their marriage wasn't anything like the perfect image they've been selling. Jada first crossed paths with August Alsina back in 2015, when he was only 22 years old. They met at one of Willow and Jaden's concerts, and according to reports, August was going through a dark time, struggling physically, mentally, and emotionally. He later admitted he had fallen into an addiction to painkillers after collapsing during the show. Jada said he came to her for help with life, but things didn't stay innocent for long. In a radio interview, August opened up and said he deeply loved Jada, that he gave years of his life to her, and that he had no regrets about telling the truth. Not long after, Will and Jada went public with their private separation, trying to spin the whole thing as part of their personal growth journey. Jada denied that Will ever approved of her relationship with August, but she didn't deny that the relationship happened. When the August Alsina story first hit the headlines, most people were too shocked to look deeper, but D.L. Hughley saw things differently. He said what really bothered him was how Jada's relationship with August felt predatory, considering how vulnerable he was at the time. That's why for him, this situation wasn't just messy, it crossed a serious line.
I'm there, we're trying to talk through our problems at his birthday party. Me and Will are together trying to talk to all this stuff that's going on, this alleged hard drive that they think I have with all these people on it. Me potentially about to sue, me about to expose the mutual NDA that I have with Bashir Gray.
So this was after my interview.
This was way before your interview. So
okay.
we've been going on for.
Because I remember, because she said, Jada Pinkett Smith specifically said in the Breakfast Club interview, we quote her words, that there's been some legal back and forth.
Yeah, we tried to work it out.
And you have text messages here from Jamal asking if Charlie wants to talk to you.
Oh, this is late. See, it's so much information.
To do a three-way call. I downloaded WhatsApp again, but go ahead.
Okay, so where were we at? What were we talking about? That just threw me off a lot. Damn. Oh, okay, yeah. So he invited me to his birthday party in King Richard premiere. It was a private screening. And at this, and this is inside the legal paperwork of the civil harassment lawsuit against Jada. So she comes up to me, put her finger right in my face with her nail, right? And told me that I better stop telling her business, keep my mouth shut, or I was gonna catch a bullet and a beat down. So right there, that's already violence, right? And then it's already threats and everything. So I said, okay, no problem. I didn't say nothing. I didn't hit her. I didn't do anything. But I already knew that I was gonna make my move. So let's get into this lawsuit with Jada. So we talked about that one incident. We talked about her being embarrassed about the Tasha K interview that went viral globally. Okay. So that's one thing. Then Charlie Mack contacted my friend saying that Will and Jada wanted to pay me to write a retraction, and then him sending the retraction over to my friend, right?
And you said?
I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. They were ready to pay me the money in 24 hours.
It wasn't just about the age gap. It was about the circumstances, the fame, the money, the power, the emotional pull. DL said when one person holds all the cards and the other is barely keeping it together, that's a dangerous mix. He pointed out that if the situation had been reversed, the public would have torn the other person apart without hesitation. Comedian Lunel jumped in and backed that up. She said August wasn't being a snitch, he was a man who got hurt deeply. In her words, when a man's emotions get crushed like that, it can break him in ways people don't even notice or take seriously. It's raw, it's real, and it made folks look at the whole story in a totally different light. She made it clear that August was already in a fragile state before anything even started. He was dealing with serious health issues, the pain of losing family, emotional scars, and barely any real stability in his life. And instead of being steered toward professional help, he somehow ended up caught in a complicated situation with a married woman who had way more power, money, and control than he ever did. Lunel didn't hold back when she questioned Jada's role as a supposed mentor. She said if you're stepping into someone's life to help them heal, you've got a responsibility to stay in that lane. You don't blur those lines. You don't mix emotional support with romance, especially when the other person is clearly struggling to hold it together. It was a strong message that hit hard and made people rethink everything. Both DL and Lunel agreed on one major thing. The reaction would have been completely different if Will had done the exact same thing under those same circumstances. People would have come for him instantly. Then there's Dr. Umar, who's got his own theory about what's really happening between Will and Jada, and he says it's not about love anymore. According to him, from everything he's heard, there was never a prenuptial agreement between them, and if that's true, it could explain everything that's going on right now. He believes Jada wants out, but she's not walking away empty-handed.
40 years. I put in here about where TMZ, who listen what they did to me. Well, I already told you. So, but just for your listeners, Will's reps claim he didn't have sex with Dwayne Martin, right? And then inside the article, people can just go back and see it. TMZ put, oh, we don't even know if there's any connection between me and Will. Come on, man. Come on, TMZ, y'all playing. Now, I'm reporting y'all to the FCC, right? Because y'all lying to people. You could have did a quick Google search and see, I got multiple movie credits with Will. I'm in the book, and if you go to my Instagram, that seals it right there.
TMZ is bottom page.
Right. So in my opinion, yeah. So in my opinion, they was giving TMZ a couple of those dollars. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, so we thinking everything is over, right? After my accident, nobody's hearing from me. The Diddy stuff comes to light. Okay, so now everybody is separating themselves from Diddy. I go to my computer. I remember I went to a freak-off party with Will. Well, I went to a party, but after the party became a freak-off. right? So I send that out to every press person, right? Somebody picks the pictures up and put Will at Diddy's party. Will sitting up
you
there.
talking about the naked girl?
Yes,
and stuff on the table?
yes.
Yeah, I remember that. They was eating fruit off the naked.
Right, because they were saying, oh,
that was the all-white party.
Yep.
Right?
I forget where it was at, but all I know is I had the pictures, and when I sent the pictures out, they were everywhere. Now, Will, then after that, everybody's going in. Now, I could tell you what happened.
He said on a stage with fake AI fans that he has never, ever been to a Diddy party.
Okay. And him and Diddy are not cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Jay-Z said that too.
Okay, right, okay.
Dr. Umar says both of them probably feel justified in their actions, but he's most critical of how Jada's been moving lately. He claims that instead of ending things quietly, she's been turning up the pressure in public. Those awkward interviews, the embarrassing stories, and the uncomfortable comments that always seem to make Will look uneasy. He says none of that is by accident. In his eyes, this isn't random drama. It's a calculated move. When people bring up Jada Pinkett Smith's lack of boundaries, most point to her more recent actions, but some say that pattern started way back at the very beginning of her relationship with Will. Sure, Will and Jada were married for over 20 years, but what many forget or choose to overlook is how that relationship even began. When Jada and Will first started seeing each other, Will was still legally married to his first wife, Cherie Zampino. That detail alone raises eyebrows even now. Even Jada's own mother has spoken about how messy that transition was. But what really shocked people was Jada's own confession. She admitted she never actually wanted to get married at all. She said the only reason she went through with it was because she got pregnant. That revelation made a lot of people look at their so-called Hollywood love story in a whole new way.
Within 1 year, it is my belief that Will and Jada will be involved with a sexual case on a criminal level. And I'm gonna say that once again, just so everybody clear. Once I finish the lawsuit and once I finish this civil harassment thing with Jada getting all the discovery, all the interrogatories and giving them to the federal government and also giving it to the assistant attorney general, somebody's going to jail. Somebody. That's my belief. So all this is going on, but it's going to be criminal. Right now, it's all civil.
Jada said she broke down in tears before the wedding because deep down she didn't want to do it. She told her mom that marriage just wasn't for her, but the pressure kept building. Family expectations, a baby on the way, and the spotlight watching her every move. According to her, it wasn't a fairy tale moment, it was a decision she felt forced into. Years later, during another Red Table talk, Jada opened up about how that wedding day still haunts her. She said, "I was so upset that I had to have a wedding. I was under so much pressure. I didn't want to get married." Will, on the other hand, remembered it as one of his happiest days of his life, which made the whole thing even sadder. Two people standing at the same altar, but feeling totally different inside. That emotional mismatch seemed to follow them throughout the years. While Will kept trying to hold on to the idea of a perfect love story, Jada often spoke about wanting her freedom and not believing in traditional marriage. Fans started realizing maybe this wasn't a power couple built on passion. It might have been built on pressure. And that's when people started asking, was their union ever truly about love, or was it just about image? As time went on, that tension between love and obligation only grew louder. Will kept chasing the dream of being the perfect husband, the man who could make Jada happy no matter what. But Jada, she seemed to be searching for something completely different. In interviews, she made statements that left fans stunned, saying things like, "I don't think I ever really knew what true happiness was," and "I had to learn to love myself outside of my marriage." Those words hit hard, especially because they painted a picture of two people growing further and further apart, even while sitting right next to each other.
What I've heard, they do not have a prenuptial agreement. If that is true, that Will does not have a prenuptial agreement, that helps to understand everything that's transpiring. I believe the reason he's still with her at this point is to safeguard his estate, which he should, And I think the reason why she's being so disrespectful, blatantly disrespectful, bringing up Tupac's proposal, why is that coming up now? Saying Chris Rock tried to hit on her, why is that being said to the public after this man and your husband got into an altercation at the Emmys? From what it looks like on the outside looking in, and I have nothing against Jada at all. Obviously, I'm a Will Smith fan. Only actor in American history to garner 10 consecutive #1 box office hits. Nobody has ever done that, not even Denzel. Will Smith is the only actor to do that in American history. And on top of that, he's the first rapper to win a Grammy. So his place in history is etched solid. And I just think it's an unfortunate situation because he's been through a lot of things in his life. I never met him personally, but obviously he came out with the book detailing his situation. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but of course I get the reports from it. And I just think it's unfortunate what's going on because on the one hand, you have a man who doesn't want to get took to the cleaners by a woman who really didn't help him build his brand or his name. And on the other hand, you have a woman who says to herself, arguably, I gave you 2 children. I was here for the journey, although I may not have had anything to do directly with your success. I was still your emotional comfort. I was still your wife, your confidant, your partner. And I think she wants out the marriage, and I just think she's going at it in a very dysfunctional way. I think she's trying to embarrass him into divorcing her.
Insiders say their connection slowly shifted from romance to survival. They stayed together publicly, but behind closed doors, things weren't as picture perfect as they looked. Jada began speaking more openly about spiritual partnerships and non-traditional love, while Will seemed determined to protect the family image at all costs. By that point, fans weren't sure what to believe anymore. Some saw a couple evolving, while others saw 2 people trapped in a situation they couldn't escape. Whatever it was, the cracks were showing, and the world was starting to see the truth behind the Hollywood smiles. Then came the turning point that shook everything, the Oscars incident. That night, what was supposed to be Hollywood's biggest celebration turned into one of the most shocking live moments ever. When Will walked up on that stage and slapped Chris Rock, the world froze. Everyone watching could feel the tension explode in real time. It wasn't just about a joke anymore. It was years of bottled up pain, pride, and pressure bursting out all at once. After that moment, people couldn't stop dissecting every detail. Some said Will's outburst was about defending Jada's honor, but others believed it was a breaking point, proof that he'd been holding in too much for too long. Jada's reaction that night didn't help either. She stayed still, calm, almost unreadable, while Will's entire world seemed to crumble in front of millions. In the days that followed, rumors swirled non-stop. Was Will acting out of love or frustration? Was Jada silently controlling the narrative again? Every headline, every interview, every clip became fuel for the chaos. Even close friends reportedly said that what we saw on stage wasn't random. It was years of tension finally snapping. That one slap changed everything. It didn't just shatter Will's public image, it exposed the cracks in their marriage for the entire world to see. From that point on, it was clear. This wasn't just drama anymore. This was history unfolding in real time. For a lot of people, that revelation hit harder than anything else. It made them question everything they thought they knew about Will and Jada's so-called ride-or-die marriage. What if it wasn't built on love at all, but on obligation? The idea that Jada may have felt trapped and tried to slip away from that commitment quietly, not once, but multiple times, left fans absolutely stunned. People started connecting the dots, wondering if all those open relationship talks and vague statements about freedom were actually Jada's way of saying she'd been done with the marriage long before the world knew it. And if that's true, it changes everything. It paints a picture of a woman trying to escape the pressure of a spotlighted union while keeping appearances for decades. Now the question everyone's asking is, what's next? Are there still more secrets hiding behind those Hollywood smiles? Could more names, stories, or receipts drop soon and flip this saga upside down again? What do you think? Will even more shocking details about Jada come to light soon? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it, because this story clearly isn't over yet.
where they were being interviewed and someone said something to the effect of marriage or divorce. I forget the question or the comment, but Jada responded by saying, quote, "It's cheaper to keep her." I think they said, "Why are you two still together?" And it was in a joking way. They weren't being, there was no animosity. They were not being adversarial. It wasn't even a serious conversation. It was very laid back and relaxed in a joking dialogue. But the person said, "Why are you guys still together?" And Jada Pinkett Smith's response was, "It's cheaper to keep her." He didn't say that, she said it. And I think that speaks to the fact that there was no prenuptial agreement.
Wow, man. So you think she's making all these comments intentionally hoping that he'll divorce her?
Absolutely. If you're not going to let me out of this marriage and give me half of what I feel I'm entitled to, because that's, the American way, women get half of the man's estate, even if they didn't help him build it. And no disrespect to Jada, there's a very strong possibility that she helped Will get to where he is. I really can't see how, because he was always talented. I remember going to a Will Smith concert right here in Philadelphia down at the Spectrum. It was Will Smith, New Edition was the headliners. It was Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff, Roxanne Shante, UTFO. I was a young blood back then. And I still remember Will when he was a rapper on stage. And once he went to Fresh Prince and then Independence Day and all those movies he was just a hit. The man was a hit. Every movie he put out, garnered billions of dollars at the box office. So, but again, I want to be respectful to her. That's a marriage. There's some things behind the scenes that we don't know about, where she could probably argue that she played a significant role, in his development as an actor. I don't know, or as a businessman. But from the outside looking in as a Philadelphian, I don't see that. And I really just feel it's a situation where he's not going to give up half of what he has, and she's going to continue to antagonize him with the belief that if she gets on his nerves enough, he might let her out of the arrangement.